Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Jeff Nyquist. I'm the founder of NeuroTrainer and the Chief Science Officer. And first and foremost, I want to thank all of you for your support during this pilot study. We couldn't have done it without you. I'm going to give you a quick overview of what we did and why we did it and what the overall results were. So first, I just want to mention, why are we doing this? Well, we are in a special moment in human history. Our brains adapt to our environment, and our environment, for better or worse, is becoming a series of brief moments that are disconnected and unfocused. And when we look at the neuroscience of this, well, it turns out that the visual cortex, although it has immense power over guiding our focus, current technologies, modern social apps, all these screen-based innovations are really hijacking our visual system to create shallow focus. And it turns out that focus is rather expensive. We pay for our attention with our eyes. And it turns out successful people know how to hold, switch, and divide focus strategically. So control over attention can, in fact, be trained. So this is where NeuroTrainer steps in. NeuroTrainer does a lot of things using neuroscience principles, but one thing we do rather well is we guide your vision and emphasize action, which are two neurological systems that help guide and train human attention. So we use this technology over the last 3 weeks or so with several of the scholars at One City, and we explored how we could use this to improve academic focus. And so at the end of that study, we took a series of measurements and compared them to the baseline assessments before the study began, and we were extremely pleased with what we found. Uh, Before I describe this, I want to explain that when we measure these, what are called ADHD symptoms, um, we all fall on a continuum of ADHD symptoms. So it's not about being clinically diagnosed with ADHD. And so we use this measure as a good proxy for human attention and academic focus. And what we found here is that overall, the scholars who used NeuroTrainer for 3 weeks had a 15% reduction in ADHD symptomology. And this included things like inattention, hyperactivity, impulsivity, and possibly most importantly, schoolwork behaviors improved. So their struggles actually decreased. And then we took a neurocognitive measure of sustained attention to look at actually what's driving this from the neurological standpoint. And again, overall, we found an 18% improvement in their ability to sustain their attention. So, over 3 weeks, this is actually a very powerful intervention. And this gives us evidence to take back to our work with the National Institutes of Health and work on a much more robust version of this with a clinical trial across hopefully your school in the future and other schools across the country. So again, thank you so much for all of your help and your support and your interest in this. It's greatly appreciated. Take care.